Hey, welcome into the Casual Chaos podcast. It's a special Thursday night. Getting a little late start here at 8:21, but this is a live show tonight. First time we are going live with the podcast, and we are going to keep after the podcast is complete, we're going to keep it going with the live show. So we're pretty excited. As always, though, I'm your host, Jay Ash, and I'm joined, as always, by Jeff and Bubba. What's going on, fellas?
Not much, Jay. How you doing, Bubba?
Great. How are you guys?
Excited. Got a live show on a Thursday night. Let's do it.
Excited. Feeling like a professional.
I like the live pod, too. Good, exciting stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to chop it up. So if anybody's confused, what's the difference between a live pod and a live show? It's a great question. You should plug it into ChatGPT and see what you get for an answer. All right. But the reason why we're doing this format tonight is, as you guys know, we usually hang out at Glory Days for live shows on Sunday. And with the holidays and some scheduling conflicts, we weren't going to be able to make it up there this weekend. So we said, you know what? Killer game, Seahawks and Rams. Let's just go live. So instead of doing the podcast and doing a live show afterwards, we're just going to run it continuously. So strap in for a long night with the Casual Chaos crew. We're excited.
Yeah. And, sort of on cue, we had the Rams going for it in 4th and inches, and it looks like they came up short. So got some action going here.
That's right. So, all right. Well, guys, we're not going to deviate from the format here, even though we've got a game going. It's 9:41. We've made our introductions. We've, touted the live show. We've touted our partners at Glory Days. We want you to follow us at Casual Chaos Live on all the socials. So we're just going to get right into it. We're going to go talking tickets, and then we're going to chop up some college football. So producer Tyler, A, good evening, and B, what do we got for tickets?
What's going on, guys? We got some tickets here. I'm going to show you two, and I'm just going to get them out of the way because they're my own, and I have to vent a little bit here. We do watch hockey on this podcast. It's not very frequently, but some of us do like hockey and watch hockey. This one was a tough one yesterday. 3-2. It was 3-2 for a good portion of the third period. Pulled the goalie. LA pulled their goalie with, I believe it was 2-3 minutes left in the game. So they were open net for about 2 to 3 minutes in this game. I needed one more goal to go my way in the Panthers, and I win this bet. I got the hard parts of the points and the goals, but I just couldn't get the total goals in the Panthers spread. So tough one there. I was hoping that the open net would lend itself to a nice goal, but unfortunately for myself and anybody betting the Panthers -1.5 or the over in goals, that did not happen. So that's one. So we'll get that one out of the way. Hockey segment of the day is done. And then this one was a $15 prize picks, dabbling in the prize picks as well here. For some reason, I decided to, bet all of these gentlemen. Derek White's over in points, rebounds, assists. Bam Adebayo's over in points, rebounds, assists. Cooper Flagg the same. Segun for the Rockets as well, over in points, rebounds, assists. And for some idiotic reason, I decided that the best player in the world wasn't going to do that. I picked five guys here to go overs, except for the greatest player on planet Earth right now at basketball, pretty much. And he did me in. So if I just would have followed my gut and just done all overs like I tend to do, I would have won this. But unfortunately, I did not.
Yeah, that would have been a nice win, too.
Yeah. It would have been a great win.
There's an old saying, play foolish games, win foolish prizes.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, Jay. It's what it feels like, buddy.
I feel you.
So, we move on. We continue to grind. If it makes anybody, for anybody wondering about my gambling, that $15 was an insurance bet. So I did get the $15 back. I put it the next night on 5 gentlemen, and I went 0 for 5. So I just wasn't meant to win that bet at all. So we just move on. We move on. We donate $15 to a good cause. And now let's go to somebody else.
What we got?
Here we got a good one. I believe this was Rain Man on Sunday Night Football. Where the Pittsburgh Steelers were on Sunday Night Football, correct?
Yep.
He had first touchdown scorer Pittsburgh Steelers defense, which did hit.
No, it didn't.
I thought Cam Hayward didn't score the first touchdown.
No, no, he did not. His brother did.
It was his brother. His brother. I saw Hayward. My mistake. So this didn't hit. But he bet both the defenses to score. Very interesting. I didn't even know that you could bet a defense to score the first touchdown. The odds there.
I didn't know that either, and I figured that would pay better odds than that.
Right.
I feel like should be better.
It's still pretty good.
22-1.
Yeah, it's better than my 5-leg parlay. So never mind. Thought I saw Hayward scored, and I for some reason thought it was the defenseman. I forgot that they have a guy, his brother, on the team.
Yeah, they did it was the old fashioned tush push. So
fun stuff. Well, then still a loser. Nice. We'll find a winner in here somewhere. We had Jonathan Taylor, 2 receptions, and Dawson Knox, 2 receptions. I believe both of those hit. So Rain Man did pull one down here. Put a healthy wager on this one. Put $500 on it to walk out with $1,025. So pretty much doubled up his money on that one. So good W there. And then we had Mr. Commissioner was sweating a 5-leg parlay here. Again, Mr. Commissioner loves these big parlays. $50 to pay out $360. Got the hard stuff. Got the Commanders plus 7.5. Jared Goff to throw 2 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb ended up grabbing 6 catches in this game. Unfortunately, Mr. Commissioner came up 4 yards short on Aaron Jones, his rushing total. He ended up with 36 yards on the night. So tough one there. And I'm sure and they were winning the game. So you can see in his screenshot here, he was at 39 at the time. So he was right on the number. He went backwards from there. Unfortunately. So they were in the situation where they just needed to run the football out and win the game. So you think, okay, he just needs to break one and I win this.
Just fall forward.
Yeah, not the case. Not the case. Actually went backwards. So tough one there for Mr. Commissioner. So all tough stuff here. All tough stuff so far.
Charbonnet, first touchdown.
You can put up my winning ticket behind. Right there.
I'm way behind. But that's all the talking tickets we had.
Oh, well, you could pull up a real-time ticket because somebody had a glass of Charbonnet for the first touchdown.
A glass of Charbonnet.
Love it.
Yeah. Boomer's got nothing on me, Jeff.
Let's go.
All right.
That's all the talking tickets we got.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we were supposed to have our college correspondent, Buck Ant, on tonight, but he had a little work emergency, so we might catch him a little bit later in the live show, which will be great because he'll be coming in hot. I'm sure he'll have a glass of wine in hand, and he'll want to recap it. So we can get out in front of it. Let's talk a little CFP happening this weekend. We've got, 4 games starting tomorrow. 1 starts tomorrow and then 3 on Saturday, which is interesting format-wise. But let's go. Let's just jump right into it. We got Oklahoma against Alabama. I believe Bama's a 1.5-point favorite. What do you guys think of that game?
Do you want to, before we get into the individual games, you want to just you want me to run down the odds to win the title? Because last week when we talked, they weren't up for everybody. So let me just run down these real quick. Ohio State's the favorite plus 210, Indiana plus 290, Georgia plus 350, Texas Tech plus 800, Oregon plus 847, and A&M plus 1849. We'll skip the rest of them there because, Ole Miss plus 2,500. So, all right. Sorry, Jay. So for tomorrow's game, I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow's game. It probably, has the chance to be the best game of the weekend, right? I like Bama. I think. What are they? They're getting a point and a half, or they're giving a point and a half.
No, it flipped again. It flipped again. Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, I like Bama though. I mean, I think Yeah, I mean, Oklahoma, not great on both sides of the ball. They're a one-dimension type team. Bama. I know they've been struggling the past few weeks, but I'm going with Bama. I'm going with Bama. What about you guys?
Yeah, you're Jeff. There's really nothing. I don't really have anything to say about either team anyway. I'm just taking Bama. Like that's what I came on the pod to say. First game tomorrow. It's you said it flipped. I got it at +1 at -110 odds. I'm loving it. I think Bama's gonna. I think they're gonna win by a touchdown. To be honest with you, maybe more.
I'm on the other side of that
in that game.
I'm kind of I'm a little nervous about the Bama quarterback having a back injury. So that's always a factor. Oklahoma's defense can dial it up. They get after the quarterback. I don't know if the offense can put up too much, so I think I might actually lean the over. I'm sorry, the under.
Uh-huh.
I don't see a lot of points being scored on either side, so I'm just thinking I might just play a small amount on the total and watch the game. As a Bama closet fan, I'm just going to kind of root for Bama and not put any money on them.
Yeah, I'm going with Oklahoma just from the standpoint of they're at home. When it's a pick 'em, I mean 1.5. I had it. I bet it when Oklahoma was the favorite, which I don't love. I would obviously love that 1.5. But I'm just going with the fact that they're playing at home. That's got to mean something in these big games. That'll be a rocking environment. Oklahoma's defense is fairly good. It's definitely the better part of their team. Hopefully, Mateer has gotten a little healthier ever since his surgery. He hasn't been what he was. He was like a Heisman hopeful at one point, and it hasn't been that since then. Since that he got hurt, so hopefully his injury is getting better and he's on the back half of it. But their defense can win a game for him, as it has kind of most of the season. So that's what I'll say. I'll go with the home team on that one.
All right.
Which then brings us to the other candidate for possible game of the weekend, right? You got Miami and Texas A&M. Bubba, who do you like in this one?
I like Texas A&M. I'll take the 3 points or the field goal. Miami's
they're given 3.5.
Yeah. I'll take
Okay.
the field goal. I think they're going to win by more than 3. But if I'm taking them, I mean the money line's not bad either. It's -160. But if we're going spreads, I'll give Miami 3 points all day. I think Texas A&M is just a stronger all around. I think they're a better coach. I don't really see it being close, to be honest.
Okay, Ash.
Well, I think we got some friends and family of the pod on their way there, so we're going to have some representation for the Miami side of things. I think Miami is kind of built for this game, both lines, so I think they can hang with A&M. I don't disagree with Bubba's comment that they're better coached. Anybody's better than Cristobal. But at the same time, it's going to come down to what it always comes down with Miami is if Beck plays error-free or close to error-free, they've got a really good shot. I'll take the 3.5 because even if it's a field goal, I'll get the hook there, and I'll probably mix in some form of Miami on the money line with something else throughout the day.
I just think when you get – and you make great points, you do. And Miami could win the game. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jeff, but to me, the extra week or however many days they've had to prepare for this game or this weekend, I feel like coaching's a big part of it. I feel like the defensive coordinator, he's going to dial it up. I don't know if it's going to take a lot for Beck to play errorless. I mean, we've seen him play some shitty-ass football against worser defenses. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun game to watch, but I think Texas A&M is going to pull it out.
Yeah, so I'm leaning with Ash on this one. I like Miami. I think, outside of Tulane and James Madison, I think this is probably the best matchup for Miami. So if they were gonna draw a team in the first round, I think again, other than the two group of fives, so this is the team they would want to play. And I think Ash hit the nail on the head. I mean, I like both of their lines. They definitely got the pass rush. They got good edge rushers. I think it comes down to Beck. I mean, sadly, and that doesn't mean I trust him because I don't. You never know what you're going to get out of him from game to game. But I do. Yeah, I do think Miami's going to pull the upset here. So I'm going with the Canes. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, I again grew up Canes fan. Would love to be there. It's going to be a rocking environment. I'm riding with the Canes. I like the fact that Carson Beck has played in big games. It's not like he hasn't played in an SEC environment before and been able to, handle his own. I mean, he's won big games at Georgia before leaving there. So, was pretty much they were looking good in the SEC championship game when he got hurt last year. So, I mean, I think he can. Now he has to play like the good version of Carson Beck to win this game, but I think he can do that. I think he has that ability if he's playing like he played in the first 3 weeks of the season, and he's been playing a little bit better towards the back half since the 2 losses. I think they can win that game as long as he doesn't go out there and Vinny Testaverde and throw 5 picks. They can win. They can win the game. It's going to be a rocking environment, though. Wish I was there.
Vinny's a little bit before your time, isn't he?
Yeah, but I've been watching this Amazon documentary on the Bucks. So Vinny's a Tampa guy too, as far as like living here and stuff, and we know some family. But yeah, before my time, yes, Jeff.
Okay, there you go.
Vinny, if you're joining us live, we're sorry you're catching strays.
Sorry, buddy. It's just these are stats. I just go off facts and stats.
So the Rams went for it on 4th again, and this time they actually got it. So that was a huge play because they're already down 7-0, and they went down 14 points. I mean, on the road that would have been rough. So, all right, back.
Did they really bench him for the first drive? By the way,
I didn't notice. Yeah, I didn't notice, Bubba. I didn't notice.
I saw a story say that they were benching Puka for coming in hungover to the facility or some shit like that, but it could have been fake news.
Well, he got in trouble for
he crushed the refs.
Recording.
No, he got in trouble for he some anti.
Yeah, it was a weird situation, anti-Semitic dance thing that I don't think he knew what it was. I'd be honest with you, I didn't really even know. I saw the video. Now he could just be a great actor. I generally say pro athletes aren't that great. Not you, Hulk Hogan. You're great, Thunderlips. But I don't think he meant any harm by it. I don't think he knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, I wasn't making any judgment, but if he did get benched, it might have been for that. I didn't notice if he played or not. Yeah, so.
He was bashing the refs while drinking with Mel Gibson, saying anti-Semitic remarks. We got that down.
Tough night.
That's a hell of a story.
All right, aggregate and print.
I would like him to score a touchdown right now. If we're going to be honest with everyone.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. We got a touchdown alert. Tulane, Mississippi at 3:30 Saturday. 17.5. Is anybody worried? Is anybody worried about no coach?
I'm not worried about Tulane winning the game. Obviously, I don't think they're going to win outright, but I mean, you have to wonder about what Ole Miss is going to look like, right? I mean, without who knows what kind of frame of mind that team is in. I mean, they might rally. I mean, we've seen stuff like that before where they actually the players come together and they look even better than they did before the coach left, or they might be a mess there, without Lane. So, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to take the points with Tulane, but I'm going to give them, and I'll say Ole Miss wins by. I don't know, 21, 24, something like that. So I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
Very cool. Okay, what do you got?
I think this is going to fall into all the bowl games for me right now. I used to be, from a gambling standpoint, this was one of my favorite times of year, betting every day for the most part, multiple times a day with all the bowl games. And within the last 2 years with the transfer portal, I've basically stayed away from all bowl games because I have no idea who's where, what coach is where, anything along those lines. And this game Jeff, what he said, and I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. I have no idea what Ole Miss is going to look like. If you told me that the kids are going to rise up, they don't, they're not upset that Lane left, then cool, I get it. they could be in the tank. Half of them could be already planning when they're going to exit the transfer portal next week, right? I'm going to show up for this game, but I'm not going to be here for the quarterfinals. I have no idea. They've already beaten Tulane by 30. So we know at full strength and the right frame of mind, they can roll this team. And I have no idea what frame of mind Tulane's in. Tulane could be
right. That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Half their team might already be in the transfer portal. Obviously, it's a great opportunity for them. So you would think they're going to rise to the occasion. So yeah, if I'm thinking they could rise to the occasion, can they cover 17.5? Sure. Can they win the game? Doubtful. I'm just going to stay away from it. If anything, I might play the total, and play the over. But it's probably a stay away for me.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know
so
who's taking this one either.
Tyler, before you jump in, I'm sure you saw what happened in the Rams game, right?
Yeah, he caught the ball on the goal line essentially.
Yeah, that he's 6 inches short, and he may be hurt too,
Yeah,
which is another thing to worry about.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, great stuff.
Who do you got, Tyler? Who's your pick?
I like both the big point spreads for the other side. I like this one much more than the other. I do like Tulane to cover just from the standpoint of all you guys have talked about. They lost by 35 earlier in the season when Ole Miss is as good as they're going to be. They're not going to get that same version of Ole Miss. Not saying Tulane's going to be great, but they don't got to be. They just got to put a little doubt in some guys that don't really – I don't think Ole Miss thinks that they can win it all without Lane there. So any kind of doubt starts creeping into somebody's mind. First sign of a little adversity, I don't know if they'll handle that well. It's
one of those classic games. Don't let them
get hurt.
Let them stay close.
Don't let this first half get a little weird. A couple turnovers go a bad way. Defensive score, special teams. This would be a game. Tulane starts a game with an onside kick. Stupid shit like that you'd see. I think Tulane can keep this one close. And again, I don't think they'll win the game. I'm not even looking at a money line play, but I think they can keep it close enough.
Bubba?
I like Tulane. For all the reasons that Tyler said, but 17.5 is a lot.
Yeah.
They've already played
beat them by double
I don't
that
know
earlier. In
well,
fairness,
I know that. I know that. But did he catch that? That's a Puka touchdown. Or no, it's not. That's a who's that?
That's a highlight.
Who caught that? Somebody caught that. There's a
Tight
flag
end.
though.
I'm way behind then.
Ferguson.
Yeah, you're
Anyway,
way ahead of all of us.
Anyway, I don't think that when you play a team, it's hard to beat a team by a shit ton of points like that twice. And again, it's almost half the points, 17. So they really want you to take Ole Miss, and that's another reason I like Tulane. So Tulane.
Yeah.
All right.
No
So we're
argument
all
here.
on Tulane means we should all put money line on the other side, by the way? Or, I mean, we should
Well,
all put
I'm
spread
not-
on the other side?
Just to be clear, I got Ole Miss covering.
Oh, okay,
so
gotcha. Never mind then. We're good.
Yeah, I'm a
Hold.
stay
Everyone
away.
hold.
I'm a stay away.
Yeah.
So.
Everyone hold.
which
We just all really don't trust Ole Miss. In other words, at least we don't. Jeff does.
yeah.
And
I mean,
not
it-
trusting Tulane either. It's just a weird game.
Yeah, no, I know.
Things get weird
Who do you
quick.
trust more?
brings us to the last game, maybe, and in my opinion, the least interesting game of the weekend. You got. It's funny. When I looked at this earlier, Oregon was given 21. It just dropped a half a point to 20.5. But Oregon given 20.5 to James Madison. You guys have heard me say for the past couple weeks that I think Oregon's just going to absolutely crush them. I think that's an awful matchup for James Madison. So I'm definitely giving the points in that game. Or Oregon, if it was 25, I would give the points. I think Oregon's just going to manhandle them. So.
I like them at 21.5. I love them at 20.5, and I would buy the hook down at 20 just for the hell of it.
We're picking team spreads here, obviously, but I really love the fucking over in this game. 47. I feel like Oregon may score 48.
Yeah,
That would
James
get you the
Madison
over.
may get and James Madison may get a late touchdown or some shit when they pull their players. But yeah, I like Oregon too. I don't know why the fuck it would go down. I mean, I guess people are hammering JMU and Vegas is moving the line, or going the opposite way. I don't know, but Yeah, I mean, Oregon should handle their business and make a statement. I mean, this is kind of a fucked up game for them, for JMU.
Well, I think if you can parlay it, or if you want to play the total, Bubba, maybe if you like Oregon to cover the 20.5, you might as well play Oregon at 33.5 for the team total.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a world where JMU doesn't get over 10. I mean, their projected total is 13.5 in the betting.
Because Oregon's defense is not bad either. So it's
it's good.
No.
Yeah. So is JMU going to get past the 30-yard line? Maybe.
Yeah, I would argue that Oregon is the most physical team of the teams in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense that JMU is going to keep it close, and if the line keeps moving down, it's.
But that is going to be the quintessential first 7 minutes of that game. You'll know exactly what's going to happen, right?
Absolutely.
Because if you're kind of like the Texans game the other day when they jumped out to that early lead, you're like, okay, that's what you're supposed to do with a double-digit spread. If JMU comes down and scores in the first possession, you're like, oh, what the fuck? Here we go.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm riding with the Dukes just to cover spread again. I think they haven't played, obviously, the caliber of offense as the Oregon Ducks, but I think Oregon, this is an easy, like, you look ahead, you're going to wax this team. We're not really, worried about JMU. Again, I don't think that they can lose the game. Just talent alone, they win this game, like, pretty simply. So I just think maybe you catch them on, looking ahead a little bit. And to Jay's point, again, you get out and you score 7 and maybe get a turnover, you get 10-0 start. Not that Oregon can't throw 48 on the board in 2 quarters, essentially. They could, but I just, Cinderella fucked up shit happens sometimes. And 21's a lot. So I don't love it. I like Dukes to potentially just catch them sleeping a little bit and looking ahead.
Let me ask you guys not an offbeat question. It's a real fucking question, but like, let's say Oregon just fucking blows out JMU. And let's say Ole Miss just blows out Tulane. And it's like, these games are not even close. I'm talking Alabama, Notre Dame national championship, like a couple, handful of years ago. It's just like, why the fuck are these two teams playing each other? It doesn't make sense. Do they reconsider the playoff format? Because nobody wants to watch football like that. No, I know, but I'm saying nobody wants to watch that shit. If Oregon wins by 50 fucking points, I'm sorry, that's just a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
I mean, well, first of all, to answer your question, the playoffs are going to be different next year. They're going to change the rules.
They're already different.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
I'm saying is letting these teams in that don't play anybody all year or don't, I don't know. It just seems
blowouts happen though. Blowouts happen when, like you said. I mean, it was more than a handful of years ago. It was like, I don't know, it was over a decade ago. But great teams play each other and have blowouts all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't, that part of it I don't necessarily agree with. But there's no reason to have 2 group of 5 teams in these playoffs.
In fairness, it's not the group of 5 teams' fault that the ACC decided to suck this year.
Of course.
They're going to change that language to where only one of them can really get in unless they're in the top 12 conversation. They would have to get an at-large and then maybe the secondary, automatic thing. If you're a group of 5 team like USF or any of these teams, you need one of these teams to keep it somewhat reasonable. Or they may just eliminate it completely.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they'll leave. I think that part of it they're going to keep in, right? I think you're going to see one group of 5 team in, but I agree with your point. Is the only way another one gets in is if they're in like the top 12, which is never going to happen.
Your only shot would have been like USF this year because they beat a couple good teams early on. If they would have won out, but they would have won the AAC anyway, so it wouldn't have really mattered. Like they would have gotten in. So
going back to Bubba's point about blowouts have been happening in bowl games for decades. Even though there wasn't an air quotes national title game, whether it was the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, there was always a national championship at stake with the winner of that game because it was typically 1 versus 2, right? And we've seen more than enough Bama teams, more than enough Miami teams just roll people in the big game because they're dominant teams. You would agree though
in those blowouts, right? And Jeff, you said it. We've seen great teams that the team that they blew out in the Rose Bowl that year, right? Whoever it was, I know you're referencing, whatever, but like that was the second best team in the nation. at the time.
Okay, but
It wasn't the fucking 300th best team.
Well, neither of these schools are the 300th best team, right? They're conference champions, period. Hard stop.
Right.
Okay. So you could devalue the conference, and I'm not arguing against that at all. And I'm not saying that, Texas isn't a better team than JMU, but JMU handled their business. Texas did not. Right. So it's the old adage, and we were texting about earlier about the Patriots, right? And the schedule and the lack of respect on the schedule. You don't, unlike college, the NFL, you get scheduled, right? They're not making arrangements and deals, so you can only play who's in front of you, period, right? But that's any sport, anytime, right? And I mean, even youth sports, I gotta, with my kid, it's just like, oh, this team got beat by so-and-so, by 10 runs, we should roll them. It's like, how do you know that? Yeah. What if your pitcher sucks today? Yeah. What if your pitcher walks the first 3 guys and you make a couple of errors? Like, you have no fucking idea. Yeah. Play the game. Yeah. Where I'm going with this is, I can't stand the fact that we haven't played a playoff game yet, and they're already changing rules. Yeah. It just shows you how inept the NCAA is and how retarded, yes, I'm using the word retarded, the fucking committee is.
Yeah, it's not the NCAA. I mean, in this case, it's not the NCAA, though. It is a committee. You're right. I mean, it's
a committee. And I don't understand where the conference attorneys are, right? Because if you're the SEC, why are you not trying to block this fact that Notre Dame is now, because they're independent, all of a sudden an automatic bid if they're in the top 12.
That's bullshit.
That makes no fucking sense to me.
It doesn't. It
makes sense to get them in, but that's horseshit.
No. Well, Jeff, my point is
that there is. Puka. The thing is that there's no way that those conferences are doing that unless they're getting not getting something in return. They're getting something in return. It just hasn't been leaked yet. You know what I mean?
But my point is, you shouldn't be making those deals. Is what you're describing as a deal, 24 to 48 hours after an announcement, when there is written language, contractual language of rules. So you're changing rules in real time.
Yeah, it's worse than that, because for the way I understand it, like, these new rules were put in even before they picked. Like, this team. Yeah.
It's a turnoff. Like, I'm disinterested in this shit now because I'm interested from the gambling standpoint. And yeah, I'll watch, but I've watched, 80% less college football this year because every week it's fucking something stupid.
Yeah, that was the basis of my question.
Rule changes, all this stuff. Get a real commissioner involved and set rules, and then that is it. And then at the end of the year, after the national championship plays out, if you think there's a reason to open up the books, then do it. We haven't played a game yet, and we're changing multiple rules, seeding, structure. The ACC's made a change, and now all of a sudden they're going to get an automatic bid no matter what. Why? Because someone got paid, Jeff, because someone made a deal. You shouldn't be making deals in a professional or a organized league that has rules and legislation. It just makes no sense to me.
That's the problem with the fucking committees, like plural committees, and just the thought, like you said, get one commissioner and let him be the fucking guy that makes the decision, right? Like if you want to bring it to, if you think the 13th team's better than the 12th team and you want to fucking do it, at least we know who made the fucking deal. Now we have no clue who made these deals.
So keep in mind, a commissioner in the NFL or baseball or NBA, the commissioner only works because all the teams agree to let the commissioner do his or her job. Right now, none of these conferences can agree on anything, and the Big Ten and the SEC especially can't agree on anything. So,
they've all got people delegated to go, push their agenda, right?
Yes.
The committee. So it's fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know if they're ever going to, unless the day comes. And I'm sorry, Todd, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. Unless the day comes where we finally see, these 40 teams break away and create their own thing, which is what everybody thinks is going to happen eventually. Someday, 3 years down the road, 5 years down the road, whenever that. I think when that happens, they'll all agree to have sort of like one person, like running things, because then you're truly going to be like a professional. There'll be a professional league, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as long as there's still conferences, I just don't know there's ever going to be a day where they're going to just let one person sort of say this is the way it is, and you whether you like it or not, this is what we're doing.
But,
you know?
Okay, but pause right there. It's not about one person saying this is the way it is. Right now, there is a document
Entity.
that says no, but there's a document that says this is the way it is.
Yeah.
And in near real time, that document is being amended.
I get your point, but I mean, at least they followed those rules for this year. It's not like they changed the rules and then did it for 25. You know what I mean? But I get your point. I mean, they shouldn't be screwing with that stuff until the process was completed. You know what I mean? So I understand what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
It's a free for all.
Yeah. Well, college sports has become a free for all ever since the onset of all this NIL and transfer portal and all that stuff too, which diminishes to me some of the good shit of college sports. What I hope doesn't happen with all this, because why would you, if you're one of these teams, if you're Alabama, why are you scheduling to play Notre Dame in week 1? Those good games that we always see pretty early in the season of like two teams going at it, it's because you have to win a big game to move on. Obviously Notre Dame's this year might hurt, but if Notre Dame played, bumfuck State week 1 instead of Miami, they're in. Like, why schedule a hard team? You just have to win 11 games or 12 games. You're in. That's what I hope doesn't happen with college sports. Obviously, the conferences, you have to play your conference regardless, but I hope we don't lose some of those out-of-conference big games that we've had our whole lives pretty much.
That's a good point. We probably will.
You are. You're going to. It's weird because we've been giving props through NCAA basketball for all the great games that we've seen so far before conference play even started. But if you listen to the coaches talk, in college football, they're like, well, why even Miami? Why even play Notre Dame? It doesn't make any sense for us to play Notre Dame. You know what I mean? So this might be for all the people who have been begging. Again, for some unknown reason, for all the people who've been begging for Notre Dame to be forced into a conference, this may be what ends up doing it. Because if all these teams just decide we're not playing Notre Dame anymore, they're going to have no choice but to join a conference, because they're never going to make the playoffs if they're playing, UConn and UMass and Boston College, outside of like their 5, ACC games that they play every year,
So I've said this before, and you guys have shot it down, so I'll bring it up again because I think it's valid in this situation. Get rid of the preseason rankings, because Notre Dame will be a top 10 team every year in the preseason rankings, and it doesn't matter who they're playing. As long as they don't lose, they'll remain in the top 10, which they'll get them an automatic bid. Doesn't matter who they play. They just have to be in the top 12.
Yeah, but remember the AP rankings don't mean crap. I mean, because the committee rankings don't come out until what, like week 8 or week 9 or something like that, And
I don't agree with you that the AP rankings mean nothing to the committee. The 12 white guys that sit in the room and watch football once a fucking year are going to look at the rankings first, and they're going to say Notre Dame's undefeated in their top 10, so they get in because they're top 12. They're not going to take them out, Jeff. I just don't agree with it.
And again, if the teams that they're beating, if nobody's playing them and they're forced to play Boston College and UConn and who at Youngstown State or Marshall, I mean, nobody's going to look at those games and be like, I don't know. Anyway, we'll see what happens. We're getting ahead of ourselves with that stuff, but
we glossed over one key thing that Tyler said, and I want to know: does anybody know what the mascot is for Bumfuck State?
Just a hairy asshole.
Oh, yes.
Giant turd. Is that a giant turd?
Exactly.
Yes. I see a $1 ant in a camera. Is he mic'd for audio?
No, and in the business, we keep that stuff in our pocket, Jay.
Well, I don't see a mic, Tyler. I mean, in the business, if you can see him, like
we got you now.
Do we?
We'll get him on there. No, we'll get him in there.
All right. Let's now that $1 ant's here, let's shift over to baseball.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a field goal.
By the way, that touchdown in this game was it not a touchdown? Like, I thought he had 2 feet before he got leveled.
There was a penalty.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
They kicked the field goal, and then Stafford just overthrew Puka.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Oh, great!
Yeah.
I'd love to hear that. That's what I wanted
Yeah.
to happen in this game.
Yeah. So, all right. So the Knicks won the NBA Emirates Cup. Does anybody care?
Not
Knicks
me.
fans, Knicks fans kind of do,
You know what
Some of them do,
which
yeah.
is crazy.
I was proud of the Knicks, though. Unlike the Lakers, the Knicks did not hang a banner.
Yeah, they're not hanging the banner.
Right. Because
Well,
no one
apparently
cares.
it was like some people were saying that it was like league mandated, that the league was trying to force them to do that.
Do the banner?
Yeah, to like forcefully do a banner.
But I think it's come out that it's not mandated. It's up to the individual teams. So, well, obviously, since they're not doing it. But hey, look, the players care about these games because of the money that they get. I mean, that's the only reason they care. I mean, some of them have even flat out said it. Like after the game, they talk about the money. I mean, that's all they care about. But at least they care. At least they play hard. Some fans seem to like it. Most fans couldn't care less. I mean, I watched the games. I watched some of the games, but as far as who won, I couldn't give two shits about who won. I mean, it's meaningless, until they actually put some sort of benefit on it, right? And I heard somebody mention that, suggest that they should, whoever wins is guaranteed at least a 6 seed in the playoffs. So if you're the Knicks and you end up being a 1, 2, or 3, then it's not really meaningful that you won. But let's say Atlanta won, well, they would be guaranteed a 6 seed. Okay, I don't know if I like that, but at least it makes the cup have meaning. I mean, that's the only thing. It has no meaning right now.
Right, but does that mean you could lose your best player and actually, finish below 500, but you got a 6 seed?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, again, the league isn't suggesting this stuff. It was just something, one of the NBA writers, because they got to figure out a way. If they really want this thing to work, and they do, they got to attach some sort of meaning to the winner. I just don't know what that is. I don't know what you attach to it that makes it worthwhile.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't. I do like it. I don't think it means anything. I do think it. I think people enjoy it, or I think it's makes some regular season games make you feel a little type of way, but that's it. I don't think it matters at all.
Yeah,
I think it's silly. Way to sell another T-shirt, put another trophy, whatever. It's weird.
And the funniest thing is that all the games that they play, in the cup, all the cup games that they play count towards the regular season record, except for the championship game.
Yeah,
so I mean,
sense, right?
it doesn't even count in the standings. Yeah. So I mean, it's a completely meaningless exhibition game, which is just hysterical to me. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all a little silly. That's for darn sure. But I'm excited. The
players
Thunder,
will do that.
the Thunder
but they won't
did
do the
lose.
All-Star game,
The Thunder did lose a game.
the dunk contest or whatever.
Yeah, the Thunder lost, which was shocking, to be honest with you.
To the Spurs, but the Spurs. I mean,
Are they still on pace?
They are. They're still on pace,
Okay.
and they play tonight. I mean, they're playing right now. I don't know if they're winning or not, but hey, the Spurs are really good. I mean, look, I'm not suggesting that OKC is not going to win the title, because I still think they are. Them or Denver would be my guess, but the Spurs are really good. The Spurs are young. The Spurs are big, so they're one of the few teams that actually match them physically. So I was surprised they won too, but in retrospect, it's not shocking. So, I mean, especially since Wemby played. I mean, Wemby came back and played in that game. So,
Right.
Yeah, but he's still not 100%. That's
no, but he put up big. I mean, he only played 20 minutes, and he put up like a 20 and 10 game or something like that.
Sure.
So.
I mean, the thing is, and obviously we've got a vested interest in Castle, but Castle and Harper's progression is ahead of schedule, so they're ahead of schedule. And if Wemby's healthy and can remain healthy, they're going to be a problem in the West. Yep,
I agree. As far as the Knicks, I mean, they're probably the best team in the East, right? At this point, it's hard to not say that. So it looks like, I mean, it looks like it's their conference to lose, because Cleveland has not bounced back in any way. Detroit is still pretty good, so maybe they give them a run for their money. But it looks like the Knicks are the best team in the East.
Yeah.
far as the NBA, I mean, there's not much else to talk about, right? I mean, like you guys said, OKC losing was a story just in itself. Denver had a really nice win against Houston a couple nights ago. And we're back to a full schedule tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Sure. All right, I'm just
Bubba?
checking on the stand.
Anything to add? You've been betting any NBA games?
No, I haven't touched NBA. I know a lot of overs have been hitting.
Yeah, the overs are sky high too. They're like 10 points higher right now than they were, when the season started. So they've really jacked them up.
I've been paying attention to that, but I just haven't. No, I haven't really touched the NBA. But I made a comment earlier, like the guys will play in that meaningless exhibition game, but they won't play, even though they don't hang the banner, right? But they won't play in, they won't do the dunk contest, or they won't do, they'll sit out stupid shit
because they're paying huge money for them to play in these cup games.
But
they're playing the players or the teams.
Players, the winners,
wow.
the winners get like big bonuses.
Huge bonuses.
Okay,
and it's also not an exhibition game. The only game that doesn't count against their record, Bubba, is the championship game.
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Which again is hysterical because we're trying to say that the game counts and it doesn't even count for the regular season. So
right.
Yeah.
Right. So
anyway,
that's annoying.
Does anybody have eyes or ears on Ant? I know he's trying to jump.
We're almost on with him.
Okay.
I've got eyes on him right now. I can see him.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get him in here in a second.
All right. College basketball, Bubba. You didn't been doing any college basketball either. You don't like the round ball.
No college basketball, man. I can't do it. I don't like basketball. Is fun for me the last 2 minutes of the game. And
fucking TikTok brain.
It's true. I'll watch I'll watch almost every minute of the finals, and probably the Elite Eight for NCAA. But throughout the year, I really don't bet college basketball unless there's nothing else on.
So it's right behind or right in front of hockey for you.
Oh, it's in front of hockey. It's in front of hockey.
Ant, you got us, buddy.
Ant
can probably get us in this conversation here.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, I got you.
I feel like an old.
All right, just quick off the dome. NCAA basketball or hockey? Which one do you like better? Which one do you watch?
Fuck, dude. It's probably hockey. It's probably hockey.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. Fuck you. All right.
So he watches
probably
2 hockey games a year,
know.
and he watches no basketball games a year.
I watched 0. I watched probably last year. I watched the 4th quarter of Game 7 in the NBA Finals. The only NBA I watched all season, and I watched the national champion. I watched a couple of tournament games we bet on them, but that's it. I don't watch much basketball.
Well, Ant, you missed our dissertation about college football, so it was a pleasure having you on
I got
today.
my pick. I thought about it for a couple of days. I got my pick.
Well,
you got your pick to win it all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So real quick, just to put a bow on hoops, and we'll get back to you, $1. It's been a really fun start of the season for those of us who actually like college basketball. It's been a really fun start of the season. A lot of big matchups, a lot of good games, and now we're getting into conference play. So. Back to normalcy in that regard.
What should I be looking out for? If I want to get into college basketball, who should I be following? I know the kid out in BYU is like the projected number 1 pick. If I had to root for anybody, it's always St. John's because we got my Paisan leading the way out there in Manhattan.
So St. John's has been a little disappointing this year.
They're down.
They got a few losses. I mean, they're 2 good teams, so it's not like they've lost to crap teams. But I mean. As far as college goes right now, there's probably more teams that could win the title than we've seen in a while. You got BYU, you got Arizona, you got UConn, you got Michigan, you got
and all different styles.
Purdue, Illinois, Houston. I mean, there's probably legitimately 8 to 10 teams that if they went into the tournament right now, people would think could win the title. So, which is a lot.
Who's got the strong? Jeff, who's got the strongest win this year? Like, who of those top 10, 15 teams has the strongest win? Like, they went into
Arizona, beat UConn at Gamble. Now UConn was down a couple of starters, but the metrics don't care about that. So that's probably
the strongest. Yeah. That's
what did shock me. I was actually looking at SEC champion futures for college basketball, and the favorite or second to favorite was shocking to me, and that's Vanderbilt. Are they that good?
They're undefeated right now, and they won another tough game last night. So going into conference play, that conference, I don't know if it's up for grabs, but Kentucky, I don't want to use the word fraudulent, but they were a lot of preseason hype. People thought they were going to run away with it, and they didn't. They got boat raced at home.
I just listen to like pundits and shit. I don't watch it, but like that coach is like getting ready to get fired for sure, right? The Kentucky coach.
Well, he just had a big win that sort of saved his season a little bit, but yeah, I mean they were not happy with him. they were not happy with him for a couple weeks ago. So, that fan base is insane. They spend a lot of money, so they expect results.
Yeah, but going back to your question, like if you want to watch defense, Michigan and Houston, Houston's a perennial defensive team.
I did hear about Michigan, that Dusty May or whatever from FAU. He's got him going, right? He's just mowing down teams. I did hear about that.
Yeah, it's all defensive too. I mean, they can score, but they're holding teams to low numbers. And in Houston, that's their pedigree. Illinois, if you like guard play and team basketball, it's fun to watch. Arizona, if you like big men and just super athletic kids dominating from the wing, that's where I would go. And then if you like precision basketball on both sides of the court, just watch UConn.
UConn?
Yeah.
Yep.
I like UConn's coach. People give him a lot of shit, but I like him. I like that he's just kind of he's like the Kurt Signetti.
He is the quintessential, like when as a UConn fan, when someone says I fucking hate that guy, it's like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
I'm sure you guys love him, right?
But he's our coach and he's amazing. And
were you shocked he didn't take the Laker job?
No, not at all.
No,
yeah,
not shocked.
Not at all. He's an East Coast guy. His wife didn't want to go out there, and he wants to put up a couple more banners at UConn. It matters to him. But like, if he was the Duke head coach, I would be right in that camp of fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So, we grew up in the 80s and even in the 90s, there were a lot of characters who were coaches. There were just like a lot of oddball type guys. Hurley's one of those guys. There aren't a lot left right now. So I just like having somebody like that around,
That's why I like that shit too. Like I like, I guess I root for Michigan State is like the old school guys, right? I'll probably root for Arkansas because of Cal. But it's so funny to me, like, I grew up Italian, and it's so funny how like there's really zero good Italian basketball players pretty much ever. Maybe Danilo Gallinari, but the coaches are just everywhere. There's a bunch of paisans all over the damn place.
Yeah, it's true. All right, so $1, you missed. Give us your 4 picks for this weekend. Who do you like?
Okay.
Who do you like in these 4 games?
Let me pull them up real quick just so I'm saying the right things here. Give me a second here. Here we go. All right, I'll go. It's 4 games, right? Yeah, I'll go top to bottom. All right, so I think the most fun game to watch is going to be Texas A&M and Miami. I don't think it's particularly close. I think that game could either be like 17-10 or 45-44. I don't know what's going to happen. Like Beck can go out there, throw a pick, and then just crumble. But like Marcel Reed hasn't proved he can be like a game changer necessarily. Neither of those teams really have like a stellar defense, and like I don't think Miami's played even close to an environment like they'll see on. It sucks it's Saturday at noon, but I mean there'd be 110,000 people that are going crazy. I think I like Miami in that game. Just with the points, I'll take the 3.5. It feels like a field goal game. Maybe either way, it could be low scoring, high scoring. But
you don't think that quarterback for Texas A&M had a spectacular game against Notre Dame in the middle of the season?
I mean, he had a great game against Notre Dame. He got a lot of referee help, but he had a great game against Notre Dame. I just think I don't think I don't know. I don't think they've necessarily been tested. They just come on off a lot. They just lost to Texas, right? Like and he had a pretty bad game against Texas. I don't know. I think think I like Miami top to bottom. I think Miami has a way better defense than Texas A&M, and as long as Beck doesn't turn the ball over, I think like they'll at least keep it close. I like
Right.
3-9. I like the hook there.
Yep.
You guys,
All right.
Yeah, me and Ash are with you. I think Bubba was on A&M, if I remember
but
right.
Yeah.
Elko is like the difference in that game too, right, Bob? I mean, I know you love Elko. He's like an animal. This is his opportunity.
Yeah, he's got
like,
10 days off, 10 days to
Yeah.
prepare. I mean, he
That's
can
true, too.
outcoach
Like, Elko
Cristobal
will have these-
fucking.
Yeah, Elko will have the guys ready for sure. I mean, it's just true. He's better. A&M has a better coach. We'll see. I think I'm going to be tuning in that one for sure. It's going to be the most interesting to watch. I think.
All right,
and
give
then
us
like
the rest of the spread.
there's a part of me, just like I feel like an idiot saying this out loud. There's a part of me that thinks Tulane's going to beat Ole Miss. A very small part of me, I think, is like the Summerall is like he's doing the right things, right? He's saying he's out there, he's still coaching Tulane, I believe, right? And he's like,
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
he said he donated $100,000. He's not taking any of their recruits. He's like super locked in. Where on the other side, you have Ole Miss, who hired their defensive coordinator to be the head coach the rest of the year. The defense has been abysmal. The dude is kind of like a space cadet every time he talks. Like I know you're not supposed to like take too much in press conferences and stuff. It just feels like, what does Ole Miss have to, like, what's the point of Ole Miss even playing this game to some extent? Feels like a lot of guys are probably already like opting out. I'm surprised we haven't heard of like Chambliss in the portal, to be honest.
Yeah, we talked. I mean, we talked about that. I mean, it almost seems like that they're, this has the players band together. Lane leaving. It seems like they're in FU mode now. Whether that'll whether that'll transfer to the field or not, I guess we'll see. But
I don't know. I know
think
earlier in the year it was like
40
40-something to 10 or whatever. The game earlier. I think and this part of me thinks Tulane's going to win. I think they cover that spread. I don't know. I think Oregon boat races JMU. I don't think that game's going to be even particularly close.
Mhm.
I think Alabama soundly beats Oklahoma. I think that this is here's my prediction for the entire playoff. I think if you look at Alabama's course of work, right, throughout the season, they had a really shitty loss against Florida State, and then they ripped off like 6 or 7 wins in a row, and everyone thought like this is the best team in the nation, and it's not really that close. And they started to fall off towards the end of the year. They lost to Oklahoma again in the middle of the year, and then obviously they lost to Georgia pretty bad. But like I think like it would be a giant fuck you to the CFP format that like if Alabama goes off and rips it off and like makes it to the Natty, and they're like road to the Natty isn't like particularly tough either. I know like they have to go through Indiana, but like I'd rather be on their side of the bracket without Georgia and Ohio State than the other side. You know what I mean? So like
absolutely,
the road would be it's going to be a close game against Oklahoma. Who knows what's going to happen? Oklahoma's offense is terrible. Maybe Alabama can beat them a little bit on offense. They have a much better offense than Oklahoma. The following week they would play. They would play Indiana, and then they would probably play Texas Tech. And those are 3 games where like if you said at the beginning of the season Alabama's a favorite in all 3 of those games. I don't know. We'll see. Alabama. I think Alabama's going to make a run. That's my prediction. That's just because like every year with this playoff, people are saying Alabama shouldn't have got in, whatever. I think like Ohio State did it last year, where a lot of people thought like, what's the point of the regular season? Why did Ohio State get in? And they made a run. I think Alabama's going to do something similar.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, they do kind of have an easy path if they can win this first game.
Yeah.
They got to play the best team in the nation. They got to play the best team in the nation.
Side bet that if Alabama is against Indiana, they're going to be favored. I still believe that.
Just no fucking chance.
I still believe that.
No chance, dude.
See,
if Alabama goes out and beats Oklahoma by 21 points on
not at home, not Indiana at home. They won't be a favorite.
Indiana won't. It won't be at home. It'll be a neutral site.
Super Bowl or some shit, right?
It'll be a neutral site.
They're the number 1 team, guys. I don't know if you know that. They're the best team in the nation. They haven't
Indiana
lost.
would be a dog. Indiana would be a dog to Ohio State again if they played Ohio State. Probably be a dog to Georgia. They'd definitely be a dog to Georgia.
Neutral site, no.
Dude, absolutely.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
We'll find out, but I mean, I just don't see.
Is there a way to calculate this? Some kind of app for this thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck exactly are you trying to calculate?
I don't get how they would be a dog. The 8 seed's a dog to the 1 seed. I don't know how that happens.
Are you saying that there's no way that they put that line out? Are you saying that it could be like you could see you could understand if they would ever do that, but you're saying they just will never do that.
I would never.
So you think
So what do you think the spread will be?
Indiana minus
Indiana,
3.5,
Alabama,
4,
Yeah, about
3.5,
minus
4.
Yeah, something like
I'm not
that.
saying it's a
I
huge
think it's
spread, but
3.5.
it's not Alabama as the favorite.
no,
No chance.
There's no way.
We'll see.
If their name was Ohio State, you wouldn't say that. You're just saying it because it's Indiana. If it was Ohio
what
State,
bowl are they playing in? Where's the bowl? What bowl are they playing in?
I think it's a Sugar Bowl. It's in.
So it's in Louisiana.
Let me see. Hold on.
No, it's the Rose Bowl. It's the Rose Bowl.
so
they're playing in LA.
it doesn't matter. It's far away from both places. Indiana's going to travel. They've never played a game that meaningful ever in the history of the fucking team. And why wouldn't you want to go to California instead of being in Indiana?
Yeah, Bama will travel too. I mean,
Yeah,
that crowd
I'm not
will be
saying it won't,
probably
but
50-50. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it does.
It all depends on this
Indiana's
first game.
the
Like
best
Safar's right. If-
team. I don't think it matters. Alabama can win by 50. They're going to be a dog.
There is no way you could say that. If Alabama
just
goes
did.
out and beats Oklahoma
Indiana
by
beat
50,
Ohio
they're favored,
State.
they get-
In neutral site.
Let's all calm down for a second. We think Alabama's going to beat
I don't think they're going to beat them by
Oklahoma
50.
by 20 plus.
Yeah, no chance.
That's my bet. That's my bet of the weekend. Is
With a quarterback that has broken vertebrae, we're going to win by 20.
I think so.
Okay, a team that ran the ball for negative yards last week.
They factor in I was screaming at that last week, but they factor in sacks. There was like 8 or 9 sacks for negative 60 yards. That counts for rushing yards in college. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, again, I'm a Bama honk. Don't get me wrong. I don't. If you said they win by 10, okay. If they win, I don't see them winning by 20, and I just don't see them being favored against the number one team either.
Whatever it may be, my prediction is Bama's going to go on a little bit of a run. I feel like they are similar to how like Penn State kind of was last year. It's kind of like falling in their lap to do like a little bit of a run. Like they don't really have. They're not playing a top. Okay, they're not playing a top 2 opponent in the field of 12, right? Their whole entire West League at the championship. They're not playing Georgia. They're
playing the
They're
number
playing
one
the
team.
best team that didn't lost the game all year.
I understand. I
that's
understand what you guys are saying
that's
too. I
that's
understand
how-
what you guys are saying too. But let me tell
they
you
beat
this.
they beat Oregon and
You read off
Ohio
the
State.
odds. You read off
You
the
know,
odds.
it doesn't matter.
They're plus 2 something, right? They're plus 220 to win it all, right? I think is what you said.
No, they're like 290. Ohio State's the favorite, and Indiana's the second favorite.
Okay, second favorite. I would, if Indiana's the number one team in the nation and they were the betting favorite at plus two something, whatever, let's call it 240, whatever Ohio State's at, I would not bet them. I don't even want to bet them now at plus 290.
So, and those odds are also.
But if it was Georgia, it is Ohio State, so I probably will bet them. But if it was Georgia, Bama, number one team in the nation, and they were also the betting favorite at plus 250, I'd be fucking hammering them.
Okay, but let's
Indiana.
But you're not a believer in Indiana. You haven't been a believer.
I don't
all year.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't.
I'm still
despite what your eyes are showing you, you just don't believe in Indiana. That's fine. I get it. I mean,
my eyes are showing me like a pretty I'm going to sound like an idiot. Who just won the fucking Heisman. Pretty overrated quarterback. This quarterback hasn't thrown for over 300 yards in a single game.
I disagree with that.
Who cares?
They've won like close.
Drake May hasn't either.
Like, I don't know. I think.
No, I disagree with that. I think the quarterback's the best quarterback in the country. I do think that.
Okay. What is Alabama's best win?
Georgia.
Yeah.
They just got stomped by them.
Okay. What's Georgia ranked?
Pretty good one.
2.
What's Georgia ranked?
3.
3.
Okay. What's Indiana's best win?
Ohio State.
What's Ohio State ranked?
last game of the season?
2.
We can talk about this. I'm just telling you what I believe. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm just saying. I think Indiana has a couple of good wins. Yes, they didn't have as severe of a schedule as Bama had this year. I don't like Bama. I don't even think Bama is all that good. I'm just telling you that this is what I think is going to happen. I think Bama has an opportunity to go to do have a crazy run here, and I think they will be, if not favored, pretty damn close to being favored in every game the rest of the way till the championship game.
And if Indiana played Ohio State tomorrow, Ohio State's a 2-3 point favorite, I think.
Exactly.
Sure.
I do
That's
think
different.
I do think that.
If Notre Dame played. I'll go back to Notre Dame. Notre Dame played Indiana tomorrow. Notre Dame's a favorite.
No, they wouldn't be.
No, they wouldn't
be. Nah. I don't think
A
so.
team that didn't even make a bowl, Ant? Come on.
Yeah, they didn't make a bowl.
But you are in the box.
Yeah. All right, let's
That's fine. I feel like Alabama's going to make a run here, and we're all going to have to sit there and watch it. And
I mean, let's see
That
if
may happen.
we're going to find out in 24 hours. Let's see if they win tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just don't think they have the weapons to make a run in. I mean, again, I like Bama, and in fact,
they have 5 stars all over the place.
listen,
Well, every
I
team
believe
They're
does.
one of the most loaded rosters in college football.
but their offense has pretty much stunk all year. So
Ty Simpson, what are you talking? Ty Simpson through like week 8 was the favorite to win the Heisman.
dude,
and now he has a broken
What
back.
happened after
like
week?
the middle of the season? Like,
Yeah, but what happened after week 8? He's disappeared.
yeah, he had a bad couple of games, yes, but like
He's hurt. He's
That
hurt.
matters.
Like it matters unless you're Matt Stafford and you live in LA with millions of dollars and get cloned.
It's a clone.
If you have a broken back, it's bad for football. It's not good to play with a broken back.
I would agree with that statement.
hurt.
I still think Alabama is top 3 most talented roster in the field.
The rankings
We're-
would disagree.
We're going in circles here. Let's jump to the NFL. Let's get to the NFL.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you want to start with, Ash? Just want to do like a recap of last week? What we saw last week?
Chiefs are dead and buried. Houston's the team that no one wants to talk about that can win it all. The Pats lost the game. It might not matter. Josh Allen's back on top as the betting favorite for MVP.
Is he really?
What did I miss? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought Stafford still was.
Oh, Stafford's up there, but I think Josh is still number 1.
Yeah.
What was a little shocking to me when I was looking at betting awards for the NFL was Henderson hopped to top dog for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Recency
we saw
bias
that.
more, right? If you flip their seasons just the way it's happened, it probably would have flipped the other way too. So
And it was also shocking too. I don't know if you saw how similar Ibuka's stats are to McMillan. They're like almost identical.
yeah, he's had a good little season.
Yeah.
Panthers big game for the Bucks this week.
Oh,
Yeah, Bucks lost an awful one. I don't think we talked about that since we talked.
And so did the Panthers.
Oh my god! Yeah, the Panthers
thank
should have
you,
never
Saints.
lost that game either. Tyler Shuck's
Saints are
running
keeping
amok
us in
in the NFC South.
Guy on VSiN today brought up if you want to get in some live action for Rookie of the Year, if you think Henderson could have a couple off games here down the stretch, if Shuck runs the table, you've got to factor in the voters' penchant for voting for quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 25-1 right now, so might be something worth putting a little bit on there.
Is he the 4th betting favorite now?
Yeah.
Probably.
Wow.
So
We were talking about it. Not great offensive rookies, really. I mean, really no. I mean, what defensively has any rookie really stood out?
yeah, the linebacker for people love the
Yeah.
linebacker for Cleveland. Yeah, he's.
I don't know much about him either, but apparently I don't think I've ever seen him play. But apparently he's like having a crazy year. I don't know his name.
It's funny. So McCaffrey is, the odds-on favorite to win comeback player of the year. But you know who jumped up to second after last weekend?
Rivers.
Our boy Phillip Rivers. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Fuck out of here. That's
Didn't
crazy.
they come out and say like?
Vegas is just fucking stealing money from people.
But
That's so
am
funny.
I making this up? Didn't the NFL come out and say like the only way you can win comeback player of the year is if you were injured the year prior?
No,
Nah,
Did I make that up?
he just.
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
I think one guy won it. Whoever won it last year, I forget who won last year, but they won
It
it.
was Flacco because he beat
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
Was it Flacco?
Hamlin died on the field and they gave it to Flacco.
Yeah. And what they came back from was just playing on a bad team. Like they came back from playing on a shit team and got a no better team.
Yeah.
But if Phillip Rivers wins the last 3 games and they make the playoffs, he might win that sumbitch.
Yeah, he might.
Is this a pick
He
six?
might.
Is this a
Oh
pick
no,
six?
it's a horrific fumble.
Oh,
Yeah.
fumble.
Well, I have his catches.
What's everyone's
which
action on this
sucks.
game tonight?
I have
I
Rams.
got the Seahawks.
And the Rams have been
Great,
moving
Bob.
the rock. They just haven't scored touchdowns. They should have 21 already.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you want to jump to our categories?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's move this thing along.
All right.
All right. Well, last week Jeff's was our best guy. He went 2 of 3. So Jeff, why don't you lead us off with we'll go with lock of the week to start us off.
Lock of the week, the underdog lock, favorite of the week, or lock of the underdog lock of the week.
Just lock. I mean, yeah, favorite lock of the week.
Okay. So last week I had the Steelers -3. They won that game easily, which I was happy to see. There's haven't been a lot of laughers for the Steelers this year, so I was happy to see that one. This week I got Denver -3. I just think the Jacksonville parade is gonna hit a pothole. So Denver -3. I think they're gonna just beat them down. So I'll be surprised if they don't win by double digits. So Broncos -3.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, like that, Jeff. Bubba?
Let's see. This week or last week, I had the Bucks. I don't even want to fucking talk about that. They ruined my week when they do that. This week, I took Seattle tonight. I took a -1.5. It was not looking good right now with that fumble, but there's a lot of game left, and they seem to be moving the ball all right. So I took Seattle -1.5.
All right.
Jay?
Cash?
Yeah, last week I took Seattle. I really thought that even though it was a sandwich game and I had the opposite take on the Rams coming into this game, I just thought Phillip Rivers coming off the couch, the defense would step up and take care of business, which they didn't. They won the game barely, but did not cover the 13.5. So why not double down on another big spread? I think the Texans are playing some of the best football in the league. I think the defense is sick. I think the Raiders season is over. They're threatening to actually start Geno Smith, which might be worse than Kenny Pickett. So I'm going to lay the 14 and hope to have the same start we had last week with the Texans laying a big number, and I think they cover the 14.
Yeah, offense looked a little bit better last week, so I'm kind
Child
of
looks good.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the 49ers this week on Monday Night Football. They're playing Phillip Rivers. They're playing the Colts. Not that the 49ers defense obviously has some big injuries with Warner out, and I think Bosa's still injured or out for the season. So obviously their defense isn't as good as it could be, but their offense is getting better. Purdy's looking a little bit better lately. Perfect opportunity for them to put it on a team that's on their last leg and put the Colts out of misery. It's on the road. It's in Indianapolis, but I mean, that's, whatever.
I like that one too, Tyler.
Yeah, I think the 49ers will just take care of business there.
Yeah.
Which they can, I think if you looked at the standings right now, they're the last seed in, but they can still win their division because the NFC fucking West is crazy.
Yeah, they're only a game back.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
it's like so they still have a lot to play for. So I think they'll go into Indianapolis and take care of business.
So $1, we're putting you on the spot, but do you have a favorite of the week?
Can I pick college?
Lock of the week. This is
NFL.
the NFL.
Got to be NFL.
NFL. We know Alabama's going to win. We got that already.
No, I had an FCS
by 40.
game for you
By
guys.
40.
I had an FCS semifinal for you guys. I've been looking at all week.
Oh, and I'll give you a little bit of time. I had last week. I had the Pats. So first quarter I was happier than a pig in shit, and then they did not take care of business.
Well, go ahead, Tyler. Keep going with your prop. What's your prop of the week?
Okay, I'll keep going. My prop last week I had Bo Nix 2 touchdowns. He's looking pretty good, man. But that cash, I think he ended up throwing 4 touchdowns maybe. Last week, so that was easy. This week I'm going to go with Emeka Ibuka to have 6+ catches, and on the Hard Rock Sportsbook down here in Florida, that's plus 550.
Wow.
Seems like a crazy big number. I know we were talking about it a little bit before the pod. That seems so high. And he's got to stop dropping some of these balls. If he stops dropping some of these balls, that's an easy number, I think. Unfortunately, he has been dropping a lot of balls, so we'll see if he can hold on to 2 or 3 extra ones and get me get me this 6+. So this is over 5.5. So it's 6+. So plus 550.
All right,
Balls.
Bubba, what do you got?
I like
Real
it. I
quick,
like
can
it.
can I pick a total?
Sure.
Titans Chiefs under 37.5.
Ooh, dirty boy.
Yeah.
Dirty boy. You
Wow,
don't trust
okay.
in Gardner Minshew?
I don't trust
Wow.
I don't trust either of those other quarterbacks. I don't think. And
Yeah,
the Chiefs defense is good, so I think it'll be like, I don't know, 14-10.
Yeah, but is Chris Jones playing?
I
I
don't
have no
think so.
idea.
McDuffie's most likely out too.
Yeah.
Still like it.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little spoiler. The Titans are my dog of the week.
Let's go.
Dog of the week is the Titans. Cam Ward put on a show against the Chiefs. Just their season's over anyway, so I'll give you guys a spoiler there.
I like it.
Bubba, what's
I've
your
got-
prop? Oh, go ahead, Ash. Go ahead.
I was going to say my prop. Mine's quick. It's tonight. Stafford to throw a pick. It was plus. I saw it at plus 103 or 102. So I threw it in. I think Seattle's got a pretty decent defense. So, and he throws a lot. So there's a chance that picks it off. I liked it plus money. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's like a half of football left to play. So.
Yep. And last week you had Cousins to throw a pick, and that one didn't come in, right?
Oh yeah, the Buccaneer. He had earned another contract against the Bucks. No picks. Perfect football.
It's unbelievable how well he plays against the Bucks.
Yeah, him and Kyle Pitts. They're the greatest buck
Oh,
killers
did
ever.
you guys did you guys not hear that? Don't we have a rookie playing against us in like a week or something? Miami's.
Quinn Ewers.
Quinn Ewers.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have a fucking career. They're gonna cut Tua immediately after the game. He's gonna have a career fucking night against us.
Yeah,
All right,
I don't
Jay,
know.
what do you got?
I don't know about that, Bubba. But he wasn't necessarily terrific in college, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
You
What
just
do you
wait
got,
and
Ash?
see.
Yeah.
Well, last week I had Chase Brown scoring a touchdown, and since nobody on the Bengals scored a touchdown, that didn't hit. This week I've got Gibbs over 99.5 yards, also known as rushing for 100 yards. That's plus 300. I think it actually dropped to plus 275 on the Hard Rock after I bet it. I was just laying the wood there. So,
Moving lines?
yeah, it's how I roll. But I just think anytime it's been kind of up and down for Gibbs, right? He goes 3 touchdowns, 0 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns, 0 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, 0 touchdowns. So he had a big 0 last week. I think he had 30-something yards rushing. I think he only had 15 yards receiving, no touchdowns. So Steelers susceptible against the run in a dome. I know they had a good game last week, but I think he goes for 100 plus, probably scores. I would have liked to have taken the 2 touchdown prop, but it was like plus 125.
Yeah, that Steelers rush defense is interesting, man, because they've had a lot of games this year where they went up against really good Russian teams and they shut them down. But they've also had games where they've just gotten run all over. So,
Right.
I just don't know what to expect from them from week to week. So,
Yeah.
I don't blame you for going with that one. I got Enigma anytime touchdown tonight plus 135. I don't think he scored, right?
Nope.
I know they scored a touchdown. It wasn't him, right? So
Nope.
yeah, so I need him to score a touchdown in the second half. Last week I had Herbert 2 touchdowns. He only threw 1, so that was my L last week.
Did you just call him Enigma?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's not a puzzle.
Jim
name's-
Carrey's character in Batman Forever.
no, it's a good nickname. I like it. So I'll just keep going. Denver. I had Denver last week plus 114 for my underdog of the week, and that came in. And this week I got the Patriots. I got this at plus 135 because I put this in a couple days ago. So Patriots plus 135. I'm not really sure why the Ravens are favored. I know the Ravens are playing at home, but has anybody actually watched the Ravens play this year? So Patriots plus 135. I like that. I like that one a lot, to be honest with you. So.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I've got it at plus 130. Same thing. I saw it, didn't understand why it was there, and jumped on it.
Yeah, it's such a
I like
weird
it. I
line
like
to
it.
me.
That is a strange one.
What you got, Bubba?
Let's see here. Last week I took the Chargers at plus 185. and they beat the Chiefs 16-13. I hit there, and this week I am taking. Let me get to it here. The Jets at plus 205.
Wow.
There wasn't really a lot of dogs that I liked.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to find one, and I was like, there was a couple that were like in the 100, and I was like, I don't know, this just seems like the bet. I kind of like the coach. I don't think he's the greatest coach, but he's been like kind of like straight up with the press and not, I don't know. He just fired their D coordinator, so we'll see. But I've always liked him from the Hard Knocks days with the Detroit Lions. I think he's a players coach. I think he's a good motivator, but we'll see. I like the Jets. I think the Jets plus 205 is my underdog.
I mentioned this in a text a couple days ago, but the Jets defense still does not have an interception this year, which is just hard to believe.
I saw that text.
Insane.
Yeah.
Give me the G-Man.
Oh,
Give me the G-Man plus 130. Prop Lamar over 32.5 rushing.
Okay.
Dig
Lamar.
Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
Lamar. So that for our underdogs of the week, the Patriots, Giants, and I picked the Titans, like I said earlier. Gardner Minshew, I don't know what that will be like. So, and Jets, you're looking at a $10 bet, pays out just under $400 for that parlay there. This one, for the props, is kind of hard because we're already in the middle of the game. So for Jeff and Bubba's lines, those have moved a little bit, so a little tougher for those.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir. That's what we got. Hopefully we get some good games. Bucks Panthers is a huge game. Shocked nobody really did anything with that one. I think it's a complete coin flip of that game.
Me and Bubba are being smart, and we're going to be on the golf course at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Not going to watch a second of it.
Smart.
Good move.
Yeah.
Just listen to Gene Deckerhoff. He'll shoot you straight. He'll let you know what's going on out there.
That's probably what we'll be doing, honestly, listening to the radio's broadcast.
Just listen to
Tyler, if we
sounds.
still had the category, that probably would be my stay away game. Yeah,
It's fair.
I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, either team could win that game by 20 and just put a nail in the coffin. But we'll see. Sadly, I don't think even if the Bucks win, that the conversation's over. That they're definitely going to win the division. I think they could definitely drop the last two, and shit could get weird on them.
Who did the Panthers play in that game between games?
I'll look it up real quick.
It's Seahawks, maybe.
Maybe. I think they do play a good team.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they have the Seahawks, which is that's a tough one for them.
Yeah, so they really need to. I mean, they really need to win this week.
Yeah, they need to win both the games against the Bucks, really, because
I'm
we have
telling you guys, the Bucks-
the Dolphins in between.
They're going to drop. The Bucks are going to lose to the Dolphins. I'm like 1,000% convinced.
Oof, that would be bad.
It's be terrible. I mean, you were like Todd Bowles can't figure out backup quarterbacks. You were going to have 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. It's just that's all the props you need to bet next week. Is all Ewers overs.
Oof,
Not great.
No,
All right, let's get into bragging rights.
Yes, sir.
Do we? I don't even know. Do we have a winner? Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's
We're
see.
about to find out. I don't think so. We can. Bubba had the Bucks, Cardinals, Chargers, and then the over in the Seahawks and Colts game. We'll just rip it off. The Bucks lost. So moving on.
I ripped the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, Jeff, you had UConn minus 4.5. The over in the Knicks, Raptors. The over in Suns, Thunder, and Lakers minus 4.5.
Yeah, I lost all those. The UConn only ended up winning by 4. They were crushing them, and they sort of let them get back into the game, so they only won by 4. The only one I didn't lose was the over in that Suns game. That pushed, so I went 0-3-1. Yeah, bad week. Yeah.
And Jay, you were on the same camp as Bubba. You had the Bucks, Ibuka to score a first quarter touchdown, which I love calling out the quarter. And then BYU minus 5.5 and UConn minus 3.5. I think BYU ended up only winning while we were doing the pod last week. I think you were done because BYU only won by 2, right?
Yeah, I didn't make it out of the pod. I was 1-3. It was not great.
Not great. moving on. That's why we keep doing it this week.
Yep.
We got our leadoff man. I believe this is you, Jay.
Is it me?
JSN anytime. Jackson
Not
Smith,
looking good.
Yeah, not looking good. His yards or his the touchdown could happen, but the yards is definitely hurting right now.
Yeah, none of it's looking good. Seattle's losing. He has 0 catches on 1 target, so need a big second half to say the least. And no, I don't like this ticket at all. I told you when I texted you,
Yeah.
I did not like it. I didn't like it. I was rushed. I felt forced, and
Yeah.
I let everybody down, including myself.
Yeah, my text backs was just, wow, you're shooting your shot here.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it happens, you know. We move on though. We move on. I think this is Jeff here.
Yeah, I got the Rams to win, which that's looking okay. I got the over 42, which is looking okay, and then Nuggets -7 and Trailblazers -9. Trailblazers game hasn't started yet, and I think the Nuggets started maybe a half hour ago. So long way to go, but at least at least I'm in decent shape at the moment. So
The over would be looking great if they would have scored those 2 fucking touchdowns inside the 5-yard line. I'm also betting the over, so I'm with you there, Jeff. And then Bubba, this is yours for the week.
All right, let's see here. I got Seattle -1.5. That was my lock of the week for the favorites. So I needed it in the parlay too, or the bragging rights. And then I went and took I'm with you guys on the Patriots +3. I do have the Bucks to win this game. I think they're going to beat the Panthers. And then the Detroit Lions on a -320 money line playing the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the one I'm most scared about. To be honest, -320. But,
Seahawks are
I
currently
think-
losing the game that you have up there first.
Yeah, I know, but I need them bad. So I think they're good. They were my lock of the week, so I feel a little bit more comfortable with that one. But let's see, 25 pays 163, so it's not a crazy winner with that -320 in there, but
it would be a winner.
So
a winner would be nice. Winner would be nice. Well, that's our bragging rights. Hopefully, we can get back on the board. We had a couple wins. We've had one win somewhat recently, so let's try and get one here again. Hopefully the Seattle team turns around for 2 of the 3 of you, but someone inevitably is not getting out of today.
yeah.
Well,
shall see.
we got to turn it around, guys. We need a bragging rights winner.
Well, we had one 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
We're not in the longest drought we've ever had. That's for sure.
Yeah. We were on like a 15-week drought, I think.
Yeah.
All I want for Christmas is a bragging rights winner.
I've heard that one.
There it is.
All right. Well,
There it is.
speaking of Christmas, this is we're going to wrap up the pod here. Nice live pod, about an hour and a half, a little lengthy, but it was fun. Had a good time. What's even better about that is we're going to just segue right back into the live show, and we're just going to chop up the rest of this game, second half. People got some money on it. We got some tickets coming in through the Discord, so we're going to chop it up. But until then, we got to figure out a schedule for next week with the holidays, so we'll probably sneak a pod in maybe Monday or Tuesday. But if we don't hear from you or talk to you through the pod, we're going to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And follow us on the socials so you can wish us a Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah to those that observe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think Kwanzaa's the day after Christmas. No?
There you go.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. So I think some people say happy holidays. So we'll sign off with happy holidays. And again, follow us on all the socials at Casual Chaos Live. Check out the pod, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your pods. And we're going to do a quick cut. That's going to do it for the pod. And we're going to continue live on YouTube.
Yeah, stick with us because we're not going anywhere, folks.
No, this is where it really gets going, and this is where Ant's going to shine. He's going to come in hot now with his committee takes, and he's going to just lay it out as we're watching this game.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Stay with.